Welcome to Harm Sports. I'm Matthew. Today's topic, NFL season 2020, week number 7. We're already a third of the way through this season, week number 7. So let's get started. Here are my picks. For tonight's game between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles just because I don't trust the New York Giants offense. Their offense is kind of crappy, but their defense is really, really good. I think the Giants are in the top 5 in defense and the bottom 5 in offense. At the end of the day, it's in Philadelphia, and I'm going to go with the home team on this one. So I'm going to take the Eagles today. Now, let's go to the next game that will be played on Sunday. The Detroit Lions and Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons got their first win last week. The Detroit Lions, I don't think they won last week, if I recall. At the end of the day, I'm going to take the Falcons just because it's at home. If it was in Detroit, I'd probably take the Lions, but I'm going to take the Falcons at home to win this one. The Falcons are better than a 1-5 team. They should be like 3-3 or 4-2. But at the end of the day, that's their record. You are what you are, but I'm going to take Atlanta. Now, let's go to the next game. This is the game that was supposed to be played a few weeks ago, but it's a makeup and it's being played this week. Pittsburgh at Tennessee. Probably the best game of the week, record-wise, against each other. I'm going to take Tennessee at home. If they could run the ball and keep Ryan Tannehill upright, I believe Tennessee is going to win this game. If they can't do it, Pittsburgh's going to win. But at the end of the day, I believe that Derrick Henry can run the ball against Pittsburgh's defense. He's playing great. So's Tannehill. I'm going to take Tennessee at home to beat Pittsburgh. Now, let's go to the next game. Cleveland and Cincinnati. Cleveland got their tail kicked last week by Pittsburgh, 38-7. Cincinnati is finding ways to still lose games. And I think that will continue. Well, Cincinnati will have a lead and then blow it again. I'm going to take Cleveland at home on the road to win this game against Cincinnati. Cleveland to beat the Bengals. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. Green Bay Packers and Houston Texans. I would absolutely hate to beat the Houston Texans. They're going to get their tail kicked this week. Green Bay played crap against Tampa Bay last week, 38-10. Aaron Rodgers had 2 interceptions on like 5 passes. And it's for example, he went 170 passes without an interception, and then 2 of the next 5 passes, he had 2 interceptions and a pick 6. And at the end of the day, I believe the Packers are going to destroy Houston on Sunday. Just because they played bad, Aaron Rodgers is going to be on a mission. They're going to destroy Houston. Now, let's go to the next game. It was supposed to be the Chargers and the Dolphins, but that game got canceled. So, it's the Chargers and Jacksonville. I'm going to take the Chargers at home on this one to win this game on Sunday. I think they're the better team, even though record-wise they're about the same. I think Justin Herbert is playing great as a rookie, and I think he'll do it at home. So I'm going to take the Chargers to win this one over Jacksonville. Now, let's go to the next game, Carolina and New Orleans. I'm going to take the Saints to win this one. I believe the Saints had a bye last week, a much-needed bye. I think the Saints are going to start rolling. I think they're going to win this game against Carolina on Sunday. Because it's at home, even when there's no crowd, I still really think the Saints are going to win this game because of that bye. Big time bye. Now, let's go to the next game. Buffalo and the Jets. The Jets are going to have the first pick in the draft, and they're most likely going to take Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson. But at the end of the day, I believe Buffalo bounces back and wins this game. They can't lose 3 games in a row. Buffalo. So I think Buffalo beats the Jets. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. The Dallas Cowboys at the Washington football team. This one was a tough call. But I'm going to take the Cowboys just because I think Washington's quarterback situation isn't very good. But I do believe that Andy Dalton will bounce back and play better against Washington's defense than he did on Monday night against Arizona. I'm going to take the Cowboys because they're just going to outscore them, even though their defense is crap, the Cowboys. I'm going to take the Cowboys because, like I said, they're just going to outscore Washington, and that's why they're going to win. Now, let's go to the next game, which was originally supposed to be played in the afternoon, but it's going to be moved to Sunday Night Football on NBC, and that is Seattle and Arizona. I'm going to take Seattle to beat Arizona. They had a bye last week. They're rested. I'm really not sold on Kyler Murray as a quarterback right now, even though he does run a lot and everything. His completion percentage isn't very good. And I think against a team like Seattle, you got to be able to move the ball because I don't know if they're going to be able to stop Seattle. And I think at the end of the day, Wilson's better than Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray needs to get his completion percentage up a little bit. Then maybe I would be sold on him as a quarterback. As an athlete, he's outstanding. But as a quarterback, I'm not sold on him right now. So I'm going to take Seattle to win this one. Now let's go to the next game on Sunday. The Chiefs and the Broncos. I think the Chiefs are going to destroy the Denver Broncos. Yes, the Broncos won last week against New England, but they kicked 6 field goals. 6 field goals is not going to beat the Chiefs. For that to happen, the Broncos would have to kick like 10 or 11 field goals, and they'd probably still lose to beat the Chiefs. They're going to have to score touchdowns and not set up for field goals. But as far as fantasy football-wise, I did pick up Brandon McManus this week as my kicker for the Broncos because my other kicker's on a bye. So I'm hoping he does kick a lot of field goals because that'll give me fantasy points. But I'm going to take the Chiefs to beat the Broncos in Denver. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. The 49ers and the Patriots. I'm going to take the 49ers to beat the Patriots. I don't trust the Patriots right now. Their defense is not playing very good. Their offense is shaky. Plus, Cam Newton came off of 2 weeks where he had the coronavirus and didn't play good last week. Plus, New England's receivers are garbage. They can't get any separation outside of Julian Edelman. But one guy is not going to cut it on offense. And they're just going to play press coverage until these receivers can prove that they can get open on a consistent basis. And I don't think they're going to be able to do that against San Francisco, even though the 49ers have guys who are out with injury. I still think the 49ers are just a better team. I'm going to take the 49ers to beat the Patriots on Sunday. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. This game could be an absolute shootout. This was supposed to be the Sunday night game, but it got moved to the daytime on Sunday because of COVID cases against some of the players from the Raiders. I hope they get this game in, but I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Raiders. If you saw what Tampa Bay did against Aaron Rodgers last week, think about what they're going to do to Derek Carr. I did put Derek Carr on my fantasy football, but I need him to play well, but I don't know. It's iffy on this one. I don't really know how he's going to play against Tampa Bay, because if Aaron Rodgers played like crap against Tampa Bay, think about what Derek Carr is going to do against Tampa Bay. And at the end of the day, that is what I believe is Tampa Bay is going to beat Vegas. Now, let's go to the next game. Monday night, the Bears and the Rams. The Bears are still the luckiest team at 5-1. The Rams are 4-2. I'm going to take the Rams at home. I don't think the Bears are going to be able to score enough to beat the Rams. But then I think the Rams are going to have turnovers because the Bears feast off turnovers with their killer defense. At the end of the day, I think Jared Goff bounces back with a victory at home over the Bears on Monday Night Football. I just think the Rams are the better team, but the Bears have the better record. The Bears need to get better offensively to catch up with their defense. If not, I think the Bears are going to start losing games, or it's going to bite them in the butt when playoff time comes and they make the playoffs. They'll be one and done because they have no offense. Their defense is carrying the Bears. But as far as the Rams, I think if the Rams can score over 25 points, they'll win this game. And I think they can. So I'm going to take the Rams to beat the Bears. So those are my picks for the week. Tonight, Eagles over Giants. On Sunday, Falcons over Lions. Tennessee over Pittsburgh. Browns over the Bengals. Packers over the Houston Texans. Chargers over the Jaguars. Saints over the Panthers. Bills over the Jets. Cowboys over the Washington football team. Seahawks over the Cardinals. Chiefs over the Broncos. 49ers over the Patriots. Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Vegas Raiders. And the Los Angeles Rams over the Chicago Bears. So those are my picks for week number 7. And Indianapolis, Miami Dolphins, Minnesota Vikings, and Baltimore Ravens are on a 7th week bye. Until next time, I'm Matthew. Join my blog!